That's that side. That's that side. So I need light from this side. I'm just gonna set up the thing again. Leave it in the intro. Let us get our countdown set up. Good morning. From HyperTextHero HQ here. Getting back slowly to a schedule. Today we're starting a little earlier than usual. Maybe this will be our new starting time, although it'll probably continue being 10 a.m. Eastern. And getting back to Microsoft Flight Simulator Neofly for early access play here. Let's put this at 35 minutes maybe. Hey Galaxia, thank you for the lurk. Good day. Good day to you. We got a window capture over here. Oh no, we have the game capture. Let's put the little window capture here and let's put Neofly on that. Just leave it right there. We're gonna also start a new category of stream here at HyperTextHero. It's gonna be, I don't know what the name is gonna be yet, but it's gonna be sort of meta stream, behind the scenes meta, where I basically do work on things for the stream, such as you know, overlays, backgrounds and stuff. It's gonna be part of the HyperTextHero rebrand that we're gonna work on together. And yeah, lots of stuff coming here. I'm just gonna leave this going because I have to change something to my camera because it keeps cutting my head off. I'm gonna put it back a little higher once again. I'll be right back. Here we have like a ball head. This thing here is you put on top of a tripod on a camera. And here, I'll show you. The ball head, you put this thing on a tripod, like there's a little hole here. You screw this in the top of a tripod of a camera. Then you can adjust the positioning of this thing up here. See, that's why it's called a ball head. It's a big metal ball there. Pretty nice when I bought it like over 15 years ago when I was shooting with SLRs. And then a little thing down here. Yeah, that you can twist around. So I used this like twice, I think, after I bought it. Good day, Future. Hello, Nora. And I never use it again. And the way I use it now is this. All right. I've been experimenting with the setup here. Oh, there are tears of fabric and space on your hat. We see through it. Exactly. Future. I mean, that's the green. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about getting, instead of a green screen, instead of here. Instead of this green thing here, okay. There's a sofa that I'll probably get rid of. There's the room. Let's see this. Let me hook this up and then I'll show you. Okay. was thinking instead of the green screen, I was thinking about putting a pink or blue screen, because then you'll be able to see green. Because I think most people have green screens. I think actually a lot of it is done in software as well. I just have the hardware. But I was thinking about changing up so I could wear some green shirts and it don't just disappear through fabric in space. As you say, feature. But here's how I had my camera set up, and I'm gonna go back to it now because this thing keeps falling off and it keeps like cutting my head off, you know. So just have it laying. I'll show you what the heck is. Okay, here. Here's the back of my machine. Here's here's track IR. All right, that's track IR over there. And then here in the back of the monitor, I have like, let's see, pieces of cardboard. That's putting on the fucking thing. It's pieces of cardboard here. And then I have a little cardboard box that I cut and I taped together, and I cut a little hole in it. I don't know where the hell I found this cardboard box, but it happened to be and this is an Asus monitor here. And then this little hole in the cardboard box, it fits there. That puts it there. And this is where I put my camera. This is going to be my ball head now. It's going to be there. And then on this thing, I put a little eraser and a little piece of like sort of stronger cardboard. And then I put this phone on the edge over here, and then I close this in, and then I can move it around. So that's my MacGyver camera setup. Oh, damn. Yeah, do I have a lot of tabs open? RGB color changing wall paint. Yeah, I mean, there's this big wall here. Okay, I'll show it to you. Let me just plug this in. All right. How did it work? Let me see. I think it's this side, there, and then the eraser goes there. I think that's how I had it, but I think I'm gonna have to go upside down now. I apologize. I'm gonna have to switch it over in software. Let me put this in the middle, more or less. Yeah, so it's a very haphazard thing I have going on here. But it works, you know. When something works, I like to keep it as is until I try something else. I tried just putting the phone there. The reason was that, see, it's a little high now, the camera, but I guess you can still see me okay. But now that I have the camera here, I can adjust it. And here, I'll show you the room, okay? There's not much in the wall back there, but I can show you. Let's see. Let me turn off the turn off the chroma key. Boom, there, okay. I'll go up like this. So up there, there's like, that thing there is a little, it's, you know, one of those things, that's a piece of string that I put on a little hook that I attached to the top of that window. And then there's this piece of string that goes through the green screen. There's one of those little clips, those black clips that you can just buy in any, that you use for pads of paper. And then the other one, I clipped to the the fucking ceiling lamp, and it seems to hold. Okay. And that's that. And then I'll show you real quick here. Let me just try to freeze it in this direction of the ball head here. Yeah, a lot of cardboard and junk. I love cardboard. Come look this way. This little thing here came with the green screen. Okay, this thing here came with the green screen. So big wall. You can put a bunch of stuff in this wall, but I like to change things up. I don't like to put something that then it takes me a bunch of work and I'm stuck with it forever, or I have to do a bunch more work to change it. So I like to put like nails on the wall and have string. then you can easily unclip it and take it out. This is a picture that I bought from Bud Anderson. He's a World War II ace. It's a photo of him. It's a pencil drawing of him. It's a print of a pencil drawing of Bud Anderson. And I'm sorry if my voice keeps cutting out. I forgot to turn off the thing. That's Bud Anderson in Old Crow. It's a pencil drawing by this gentleman called, I think, what was his name? Robert Taylor. He's an English artist. A pencil drawing. Quite gorgeous. You can see that well there. And so I like to put like, yes, a couple of nails, string, and a bunch of these little clips, like these things here. Because then you can change things up easily, and you can fill this wall with stuff, and that's the plan. All right. Guy, this is a little artwork that I bought. It's a little print. It's Zelda. A little stylized Zelda drawing of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. And I'm so confused about the cameras. And what I like about this is I just like the color and the charm of it. I don't know if I have to click for it to focus or something. And what I like about that is that it's, well, it's a cute drawing, but it was drawn by this guy before, well, right after he was becoming quite well known, and now he works at Valve. He works with you know, the people that make Steam, that makes Half-Life and everything, as an artist. He's called Ollie Moss, a really amazing graphic designer, and so I have a little print of his. Very nice. And so none of these little things that keep you going. Yeah, the desk is nice. I can try to show it to you. Let me see. Let me get back to it. Listen, I hope you're well. Thanks, Tim. I'm all right. Yeah, yesterday I was streaming. And I felt this weird, like, sharp pain on my back and my side, but it was just gases, I think. You know, so I farted and I was okay. It seems to hold until one day it rips down and puts a big crater in your floor. You mean like the lamp? I don't think it's that heavy, but if it falls, as long as it doesn't fall on my head, I'll be okay. I don't think it'll fall though, because I mean, it's heavy. It's already really heavy. I think it's quite heavy, but I don't know. So yeah, but space here. The desk is a really nice desk. One of the good things about the pandemic. Let me put this back there and then put the green screen back on. Although we're gonna have more streams like this here. I think I'm going to start doing more behind the scenes streams, like meta, whatever you want to call it, because I'm gonna start working on a rebranding of the HyperTextHero as well, and we can do that together. So, and then you're gonna see some behind the scenes. Another thing I have to work on is the audio, because when I'm far away from the mic, it will cut out. So I'm thinking about putting like a shortcut that I can turn, and with a little light or something. I don't know how the hell I'll do that, so that I know that the filters of the mic are on or off, because when you play guitar, especially acoustic, a lot of the nuances get lost by the filters that are for the voice, and so I want to turn those off when you're playing guitar. And what was I going to say? Don't worry, this will be a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. I just decided to, on a whim, show you. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the desk. So one of the good things about the pandemic, at least in New York City when I lived there, was that you could get a lot of really nice furniture that usually costs like a fortune, you know, like an Aeron chair and this desk is called Fully, I think. Where was it? It's this one here. And I got it used from this guy on Craigslist because everyone went nuts and everyone were leaving the city, okay? So this guy, I found this guy on Craigslist and they were leaving and they wanted to leave, and so they sold this for like 1/3 of the price, not even half price. So this is the desk. I'll do some free advertising for them because I do really like the desk a lot. You can make it go up and down by clicking a button. And after I had this job right at the beginning of the pandemic, it was a very long illustration job. My back was really giving me a lot of trouble, so I'm like, I can't do this. I can't keep sitting for hours. I have to break it up with standing as well. And my friend Arthur, he recommended a standing desk. He said he swore by them, so I did some research, went on Craigslist, and there was this guy leaving the city, and that's how I got that desk for very cheap. All right, let's get into the flight simulator here. Better Points is activated. We got Neofly. Where were we? We were at standby. Current position is 07 Papa November, I believe. Another little thing that I'll show you how to do, maybe even in today's stream, is this little thing here. I don't know how annoying it'll be, but I could turn it on and off. Oh wait, where is it? Let's put ourselves in that position. Yesterday I did a bit of flying at night. I was going to stream, but I just decided to just work on some background stuff for the stream. And I put all my planes back in here. One thing I do want to test, maybe even today, is whether we can make libraries and update them, and they update in game without having to restart it. I haven't tested it for a while. We're gonna be testing that later today as well. So where did I say we were? We were at 07 Papa November. Fulmar, Troy, I think in Pennsylvania somewhere. And we have our little turn the music down a slight bit. We have our little Cessna 152 there. I spent some time yesterday also looking around at a bunch of, what's new for Microsoft Flight Simulator, what new airplanes are out there. A really good piece of news is that now there's a bunch of new planes added to Neofly with a automatic update. When you turn it on, it said there's an update, and so instead of you having to manually add those planes, the developers are adding them. I think they will give you eventually a way to add it yourself in the future. But right now they have this form where you can submit information about the planes that you want to use in Neofly, and the developer themselves are putting them into the adding it into Neofly for early access. Where's our Cessna? Textron Aviation. I always get confused by that because let's go to T. Textron Aviation, Cessna 152. All right. Let's zoom in there. We're heading to New York City. We're gonna get to New York and come back. I guess we're gonna have to start on the runway on this because look at that. There's no parking slot.
Hello, pilot. Let's see what's on the books for you today.
Good morning, dispatch.
Ready for engine start.
I'm gonna take a look at the logs here and see the job board and see what we're gonna do today. We're trying to head east, arrive to New York City, drop off some stuff, pick up some people, whatever it is, and then fly back. Over. All right. All right, let's see. We're here. We want to go east. I'm just going to keep clicking until... until something looks like it's pointing in the direction we want to go. Okay, I'm having a little trouble with track IR. There you go. Let's put it like that. I think I am going to do a... Whoa! I am going to do a test of that open track that I've seen you all using. And I can turn this off now. Jeez. Plane is getting excited about the music too. And compare and contrast of track IR. Because it's behaving a little weirdly sometimes for me. I don't know why. Razi, you better get that hot sauce ready. Raz, wasabi, wasabi, wasabi. In the house, 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 in the house. Thank you for the guest, Tim. You are now. I love that part. I love like that little cut, like to him, like, you know, like that was a pretty big jump. Maybe we could play some GTA later. Get your GTA updated, people. We are going to have Grand Theft Auto Laugh Attack back on the stream. Or you get to chase me, and if you take me out, you get a subscription to my channel or any channel you like on Twitch. That's gonna be back. Oh, did it? It played, right? Did it play? It played for me. Did you not see it? Oh, you got it? Okay, there was a little delay. Maybe better points as having a slow day. Coming in hot. Okay, let me adjust my sound levels here in the game though, because I was flying the BN2 last night a bit, checking some things out. And with the BN2, the engines are so noisy that the engines are so loud that I have to turn them down. Let's put it up to 82 or something. Let's put it up to 100. Happy Friday, everyone. Raz says, I bought Shape PC so I can join you from time to time. Awesome, Raz. That's awesome. Let's do it. Maybe tonight, huh? Or maybe this weekend. Let's go to 100% on the engines. Do I have a headphone simulation? It's off, okay? Because that, you know, that makes the sound of the engine less. But then when you go to outside view, all of a sudden, boom, it blasts out your eardrums. All right, let's pick a mission now. Okay, let's see. We want to go east towards New York City. All right. We can start with a short hop, but let's see what they have here. That one's interesting. That one's going. That one's a pretty good. It's a long flight. Oh, the too much cargo. Too much for the Cessna 152. Can't do that. This little thing here. If it's yellow, you can't do it. Which is kind of annoying because I have the weight here. Maybe I should filter by weight down less. Oh, here's a good one. Can't do it though. Why can't we do this? 95 pounds. You can't take a job of an engine running. Oh, okay. Let's turn the engine off because the reason the engine is running is because this airfield didn't have a parking slot, so I couldn't stop. Sort of the engine stopped. Let's stop the engine. Or just lean the mixture out. All right, engine stopped. Now let's click. And now we can do it. Let's do this one. This one takes us right next to New York City. It is a 159 nautical mile flight. It's going to be a long one. But we could do some. This is going to be a test of something I've been thinking about, because I like to give you more opportunities to get on the guesstimator scoreboard. If it's a long flight, then no, you have to wait for ages until I land. But for this one, when we fly, when I spot a little airfield somewhere, okay, if I spot a little airfield somewhere, I'm going to do a touch and go on it. I'm going to try to do a touch and go. Let me just get this more or less aiming in the right direction here. Do a touch and go. I won't stop. I'll just say, you know, touch and go. And I'll go for the touch and go, and you'll get like a landing speed recording, and that will count towards it. And my test will be whether Neofly lets us do that, or they will say, oh, you're not supposed to land at this airport. I think they'll let us do it. I think the way it's made now, it'll let us do it. And someone had asked me about multiplayer functionality in this. And according to the developers in the Neofly forums, they may add dedicated multiplayer functionality, but they don't really need to, they say, because right now the way Neofly is engineered is if you also have Neofly 4, if you're also running it, you just come to the same airport as me, you pick your own job in the similar direction, or maybe it's to the same airport, and we just fly together, and you make your money from your job, I make my money, we can fly together doing jobs. So it's awesome. It's all like more open-ended, right? I think. All right, let's take this job. Let's click fly.
Transporter from dispatch. Good morning. The sensitive cargo mission will start as soon as you get in your aircraft in the parking.
All right, check this out. It's sensitive cargo. Let me get the window capture to show you a little bit closer.
Loading sensitive cargo. Please stand by.
Stand by. What the heck is window capture 3? I guess I'll just delete it and add it again.
Flight crew, be advised, the fragile cargo looks extremely delicate. We have secured it the best we can.
It's beer. It's a bunch of beer. I'm just trying to get a window capture of Neofly so I can show you it bigger. Okay, see, this is what we're taking. Big 95 pounds of beer to Somerset KSMQ. Okay, we have to land of less than 200 feet per minute, and that means that our touch and goes, if we do touch and goes as well, people, they're gonna have to be less than 200 feet per minute as well, you know, so we're gonna have to be careful with it. Let's give it a shot. Leave it like that. Turn that off. 95 pounds total weight, I think. 265 pounds total weight. I'm at 340. Okay, let's just go ahead and match it exactly. We're at 340 and we need 265. Is that just the pay? That's the payload or the matching current aircraft load? Okay, 266. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 180 for this, and I wish it would do this automatically. Someone asked in the forums, could you please also make not only the fuel match, automatically match the airplane weight, but also the weight, so you can change it in here and it matches Neofly or the other way around. I don't remember. Anyway. All right, let's start her up. If you want to get on the guesstimator, that little thing, that scrolling thing keeps passing down there. I don't know if that's going to be annoying. If that's annoying, let me know and I'll rethink it or not do it. Nora says, I'll take a bath and take care of myself. See you later, maybe, but if not, wash. Oh, no worries, Nora. Thanks so much for dropping by. Enjoy your bath. Enjoy your day. Happy Friday. And maybe I'll see you later. All right. Okay, let's see. Mixture up. Oh, can primer a little. Vasconcelos, clear prop. shared cockpit. I have a friend who loves that sort of thing, Raz. The thing is, for me, if it's a twin prop, I would be up for doing it. But big airliners, I'm just not... I don't enjoy them as much, but maybe at some point, maybe it'll be fun. Alright, I just don't... It's too many buttons, you know. Maybe if we share it, the workload, it'll be alright. Okay, we're gonna go pretty much, what, about a bearing 100? We're gonna take off and head east. Alright.
07 Papa, November traffic HYPRTXTHRO 1 taking off runway 27 east departure.
Okay, increase Microsoft, but here you go. Now the sound's getting more to where I want it. Windows setting always... Windows resets my Microsoft Flight Simulator sound always. I apologize for this. I don't know why it does that. And then I have to remember to move the little sound... move the little volume control for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Windows volume control panel before I start playing the game, for it to not do that. A regular prop? Yeah, that would be awesome. Can we do that? Do you have to install a mod? Alright, full power. Have a notch of flaps. Let's go. We're at 40 knots. Rotate. And we're off.
Nice takeoff, pilot. Have a safe, steady flight.
Positive rate. Flaps up. Trim nose up a little bit. And let's start turning towards the east. We're heading east. Wilco, dispatch, you have a good day. I'm going to try to get this case of beer of special craft Pennsylvania beer over to the vicinity of New York City in one piece. Over and out. What kind of tutorial videos are you watching, feature DCS? Tim says, speaking of too many buttons, any updates on which DCS module you would prefer next? I'm still thinking of the F-16 or a Cold War. Tim, I promise you that either this weekend or early next week, Monday, I will do a DCS stream, alright? Maybe I'll just stick to the World War II fighters though, but you know, in order to fly with all you jet aficionados out there, I'm gonna have to get myself a jet. I have the F4, but not all servers have it, so I should get like a proper jet. Let's go up to... Let's go up to about, I don't know, 2,000 feet at least. We're at 2,000. Let's go up to 3,000. All right. And even though it's a long flight, we will do touch and goes. And we have a half tank of fuel. I think those will be fine for. I think it's 159 nautical miles this flight. DCS, Nor and I learning my fave, the A10C. Really want to be proficient with it. Yeah, that plane has so many weapons, so many things sticking out of its wing. You know. I just love taking it off with just the 30mm GAU, the 30mm GAU cannon. And like I think it carries like 4 sidewinders for self-defense against the belligerent jets. And just some, yeah, he used to have Mavericks hanging out under the wings and rockets, but then it has all these bombs, guided bombs. Like I like to stick with one, but it's so many systems. Yeah, if you focus on it, you know, if that's the jet you like to fly, wonderful airplane. Flies low, tough, can get hit, and you know, those 2 engines above the horizontal stabilizer there, so they're not as easy for surface-to-air missiles to lock on. I think that's why they were designed like that. Good morning, Zero to Hero. Yeah, I'm looking forward to DCS again, but I want to find a jet that I am comfortable with, that I can get comfortable with. I won't mind being in a lot, and that will mean sound. It has to be very good sound. That will mean that I'm likely only gonna press Control Home or to turn it on. I'll turn it on manually once, and then from then on I'll just press Control Home instead of having to click all those buttons. Where do I sign up to be your air-to-air escort? Wherever you want, Raz. Well, with Futura Light, with Tim Pickle, with Zero to Hero, these are the DCS pros, you know. I'm an amateur. I fly the P-51 only there, but we'll get there eventually. More energy, I say more munitions. I like the munitions, and I like the slower speed jet that stays low, but it's so crazy, you know. Of an F-15C, you take off, you just point it straight up, and in like a few seconds you're at 30,000 feet. It's just nuts. Okay, veering north a little bit. How's my preview here? It's working, yeah. Okay, we're doing all right. But as I mentioned earlier, if you're just arriving now, it is a long flight. This you can get on the guesstimator. Okay, now you can press. I can say landing in order to show that. But I'm gonna do touch and goes between here and the airport I'm going to, so there will be more than just a landing. There'll be touch and goes in between here and there. Mort may be able to recommend a good Cold War one. But yeah, bro, not me. I know how much you love DCS, right, Futura? All those buttons, all those like startup procedures. I think if I go modern, Alec, I think I'm gonna go with the F-16 because it's my first love in flight simulators ever since playing Spectrum Holobyte's Falcon years ago. So I think I would pick it up faster, even though there's all those buttons. Cold War is just fun, you know. It's just you don't have to think so much about all these getting blown up out of the sky and without being able to do anything about it, or very little. And there's the advanced missiles. It's more old school missiles, and you have to use your guns more. And my first love is I just enjoy flying combat with you know, basic fighter maneuvers and guns. Like World War II combat is my favorite. Opa, Spacear, esse cara é foda! Hi, ó. Opa, Spacear, bom dia, boa tarde. Good day. Tim says, to be fair, you once won a dogfight in FP-15 and F-16. That was total luck, Tim. It was night. You had your lights on so I could see you, and I just sprayed and kind of prayed towards you. Thanks for the guess, Alec. So this goes fine. Futura hates DCS, but it's the peer pressure, man. You know, you have these other streamers, these, you know, nice people that want to hang out, and they like DCS. You gotta play some DCS as well. What's the temperature out there? 10 at this height, about just under 20 degrees centigrade. That's nice, pleasant temperature. Is it just me or the sound of the air is pretty strong right now? The airflow over the airplane. I love the A4, and it's free, and I have it, you know. The thing is, some of these servers, I guess I could just go to Campbell's, right? He has A4 there. Maybe I just stick to the A4. I like the little scooter, I think it's called, a lot. The mountainous West Virginia, no, Pennsylvania landscape we're flying over. If we see an airfield, we'll do a touch and go, alright? Maybe even do a touch and go on the highway. MFDs are clunky to bind without even more hardware. I know, and I'm kind of... The only other hardware I'm gonna get in terms of flight, I think, Alec, I mean, I'm gonna eat my words, I know, because you know how that is. Like, I'm not gonna get any more hardware, and it's like, oh, that looks cool, you know? But I do want rudder pedals. I don't have rudder pedals. I do want rudder pedals. But yeah, those MFDs, I remember they, even in Falcon 3.0, they were already getting pretty complex, you know, and that was all keyboard bindings. Now the clickable buttons, you can still bind keyboard buttons, but playing a lot of different sims, I have enough buttons to remember already. I guess that's part of the job. I mean, now revert your selection. Futura Light is a DCS guy in my books, and Futura says, I have 8 modifiers on my keyboard for this. I know that this will be the thing that I think I'm gonna have to map it with playing DCS, but DCS doesn't have a limitation of 32 or 64, it's all up to 128, right, Alex? But on the VKB Gladiator here, all right. I think I'm gonna have to this here, this little with the pinky. That's my modifier, and then I can do the hat switches. You know, press the modifier, and you have it's hard to see with no light here, but I have all the hat switches here, but there's a little modifier here. That's a good one. On the throttle, there's some buttons on the side that I'm gonna use for radio and stuff. That'll be these on the side here. These could be used as modifiers as well. Okay, one other piece of hardware that I would want is the VKB G. It's another little module that it has a little twisty thing, and for that, it would be nice to use for here on the Cessna, for example. When you have like these little twisty things here, like this one, and you have to twist and twist and twist and twist and twist, it would be nice to get one of those. Never ends. More servers adding Scooter, awesome. Maybe I should just really learn that plane really well. I've already flown it quite a bit. The roll rate is crazy on that thing. May now revert your selection to more experienced players to the Zero Theoretic or Cambo. Copy that feature. Still love the A4, very neat plane, quite capable. Iron bombing is really fun in that because of the manual efforts. Yeah, I like manual, you know, I like to not have the computer do everything. I mean, the computer's already like is already like running a flight simulator for me. It's running OBS. It's playing music. Then I have to also mess with a computer in the computerized airplane. That's a lot, you know. So I just want to fly. So really, I'm going to start up a couple of times manually, but then I'm just gonna press Control Home or whatever, Windows Win Home, whatever the shortcut key is, and do it like that. Am I veering off course here? It's gonna be a long flight, man. Alright, let's keep an eye out for airfields. We do want to do touch and goes. Quite a few airfields in the United States. Probably the place of most airfields in the world, followed by, I don't know, maybe Brazil and England or something. If you're gonna use countries to divide things. We're at what happened to my altitude control? It looks a little, oh no. It is the altitude text there is it's in a weird direction, isn't it? Look at that, it's twisted. We're 4,000 feet if you seem higher. I need all those hatch switches. I need 6 of them. Yeah, I have like, let's see, on this thing I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hat switches on the VKB Gladiator next. On my throttle, the World War II throttle, there's no hat switches. I know that there are other modules you can get that put throttles on the hat switches on the throttle as well. More the better. It's too many buttons for me, Raz. I like to keep things more simple as I get older, but I mean, even real pilots, you know, like for example, Bud Anderson that I showed a photograph of his P-51B earlier. Even those guys, in his book, he talks about how, you know, he started flying in World War II with like PT-17 Stearman, P-51, stuff like that, you know, relatively simple planes compared to now. And then later in his career, he was flying, you know, complicated jets like the Thunder Chief and these bombers like the Canberra that you have to do balance the fuel and a bunch of stuff. And in the end of his book, he was like, I realized, he said, I realized something like, I'm paraphrasing him, he said, I realized what I really enjoy is the simple just flying, not managing all the little systems. And that's why I also prefer, I like just flying a simple airplane to this mountain here and pointing where I want it to go, pressing a button if I want something to fire out the front or drop from under the wing, and pressing a button for the landing gear, you know, that's what I enjoy more. But I know there are people who enjoy more fiddling of the systems. Like my friend Justin, he really likes fiddling the systems. We're getting a little weather here, a little bit of a misty fog. We're veering quite a bit to the south. Let's get headed back towards east, towards New York City. The possibilities, copy Tim. I do like the Mavericks in both the F-16 and the A-10. I remember I always used to like using the Mavericks. You know, you pop up, you see a tank, you fire off a Mav, and then you get below, behind a mountain again, something like that. Those fire and forget Mavericks. Or the Hellfires and the Apache. Zero to Hero Futura, fight me, bro. People seem to love the countless buttons. I know that people like a lot of buttons. He felt the might of the Eagle. I love simple system of FC3 pack, jump into the mighty Eagle and start blasting. Yeah, exactly. I have the FC3. I could fly that, you know. And Raz, more better. Can't wait to get the whole F-16 and 18 set up for the stick and throttle. Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to focus on one of those because it's a lot to remember, you know. I mean, you can with like with practice, just muscle memory and stuff like that. We could do a 2-on-2, Zero to Hero and Futura Light against myself and Tim Pickle or something, or other way around. I don't know. Oh. Some pretty landscape out here. Right, is that an airfield over there? Or a touch and go? Maybe just do a touch and go on the road. Let's test that. Let's test whether Neofly, what Neofly 4 early access does when you do a touch and go on a road instead of landing at the airport that your mission is meant to be going to. Let's go to this. Looks like a pretty good road to try it. Should try that. Let's do it. It's not that much off course. Alright, if you want to get in the guesstimator scoreboard, I think there's this little thing passing below me. I hear that's how you do it. Alright. Here's the information. And this will also be a test of whether a Neofly 4 early access gets upset if I do touch and goes in the middle of a mission. If it makes it fail the mission, then tell me that I didn't land at the right place and stuff like that. I'm gonna try touch and go on this road, I believe. Let's see. I'm gonna circle a bit. I think that's a good patch right there. Nice and straight. Tim says there's really no need to get a specific stick for an aircraft. Just get a setup you feel comfy with. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I used to fly with like a T-Flight Hotus X, you know. I really like that stick. One of the buttons broke. I fixed it. I opened it up, fixed it with duct tape. but then it was still loose and I had to press it really hard for the button to work. And then eventually I was like, all right, we've used this long enough for years. Let's invest on a nicer stick. And yeah, this Gladiator is really nice. I really love it. Very smooth, very sensitive, nice software. A little complicated, but I don't even have to use it much. I just use it once in a while to disable some buttons so that elites won't go nuts on me. WinWig setup for the win. WinWig, huh? Not sure what that is. I have the Warhawk just since it was good offer, Tim says, even though I don't fly the A10. Got nice button setups for F16, F18 and Hind on it. Even something like the MiG-21 worked very well. Yeah, a lot of people swear by that one. Never used one. Alright, flaps. I'm gonna put a touch of flaps. And we're gonna go for a touch and go right here. Right there. I'll try touch and go right there. Center of the screen, right around there, alright? Oh look, there's a little airfield. Let's just do it on this airfield instead. Nice, there's a little airfield right here. Let's fly by that and let's see where the wind is going. We'll do a touch and go there instead. Tim says, I use a profile that lets me bind every single button or switch position as a unique one in DCS. Plus long and short presses where it makes sense. Man, yeah, your brain works different than mine. For me to remember all that, I would go a little... cuckoo! like even controller, isn't Zelda Breath of the Wild, like all those buttons sometimes. I mean, I can learn it, you know, I get it. Okay, the wind is coming from a direction, so let's circle over it. I'm gonna go right over, and then we're gonna go touch and go right here. It's gonna be a touch and go on runway 29er, I think. Let's announce that our intentions. Two 5.
November 7-4 traffic HYPRT XTHRO 11 miles southeast, 2,400 feet inbound touch, and go left traffic runway 25.
That's a cool. Maybe you should share that profile, Tim. I don't know if it's easy to share those, but that could be a helpful thing. On my stream Meta, I'm going to do a stream. I'm going to do a blog post backing up my settings, my keybinds for Elite, for DCS, and for IL-2, and I think Balsa. I know for all my flight sims, I'm going to back up my key bindings and actually put them on my website, so if something happens, I can get them from there, or if someone is interested in seeing them, I can get them from there. But they're very specific to the stick you're using, you know. So for me, it'll be for the VKB. I don't know if Tim's setup is a little different. This thing lets you bind. Maybe it lets you bind it to other sticks. By cutting power. It's gonna be a touch and go. Remember, I have to go below. I have to stay above 200 feet per minute so the beer doesn't break. We have some craft beer on board here. There's a nice house in the forest there. WinWig is a company that makes sticks and panels and whatnot. There are out there as well. Cool. All right, never heard of them. I'll check them out. Thanks, Raz. That tree we're gonna have to clear after the touch and go.
Please proceed to parking, pilot. I hope the
164 and Tammy Thumb with the win and applause.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Transporter from dispatch. Fly safe and remember to watch your landing.
Okay, dispatch did tell me shut off your engine and stuff, but then when I took off again, it said fly safe. So I think we're okay. I don't think it didn't get confused about the mission ending. Let's out tap to Neofly to make sure that our mission is still on. Yeah, our mission's still on. We're good. Alright, we lost the taxi speed. We went greater than 30 knots by doing that touch and go, but that's just a bonus, so that's not a big deal. Nice, Tim. I didn't even see it. Thanks for the guess, and I'm gonna add you to the as soon as the plane is stabilized and en route.
Congratulations.
As soon as my plane is stabilized, flying to the east towards New York City again, we will. I will add you to the scoreboard. Oh shit, Futura! I think Futura is light. Futura is light. Futura light is right. I think I may not be insured because I haven't played this for a while. So I better watch out. Let's take a look. Where is the insurance? Is it a hangar? Oh, it is insured. Okay. We're insured for 1,250 a week, alright? Thanks for reminding me, Futura. Neofly 4, you have to renew your insurance every week. Look at that. We have beer on board, people. All right, I don't know if you could see that. So let me fire up this here. Stand by. This is what we have on board. Beer. Some good craft beers here in the States, I have to say, in Michigan. This one, I think we're in Pennsylvania, so maybe it'll be from there. Super Banana 5-9er out there. We have Tabulate 374. We have Duck on Quack 6-9er 6. We have Flipwreck and Sage New T1 726548. Also Viperia AB Rictal Fungus, for goodness sake, 270. Yeah. Mick Malin Gato Gordo 413. Fat Cat in Portuguese. Julio something or other. Quite a bit of wind coming, I think, from the east. Make sure our mixture is full on. I'm gonna lean her out a little bit, because we don't have a full. We have less than half a tank, huh? Can you have the Kodo shit? I think feature is light, please. Sure. Was that your quote? Was that just like I'll give it that? Was that my quote? There was a Futura Light quote that I wanted to add, but it was a verbal quote that he said during when we were playing Reforger the other day. But I forgot what it was. I have to go back to that stream, so I haven't added that one yet. Oh, ship! Nick Borsellino. Holy ship. Nicky! Nicky! Where is... I can turn off Camo Studio. Where is, I can turn off Discord. I was reading about Balsa. Big new map coming in, big map update coming in Balsa later this year. There it is. Wait, is my flight done? I think maybe the flight's over, people. Okay, look at that. Yeah, I think Neofly is... Oh no, here it is. It's here. Alright. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I get ahead of myself when I'm streaming sometimes. We're good. Let me add Timmy Thumb now to the score, his win to the guesstimator scoreboard. We're still good. We want to go to about bearing 105, I think, or 100. I just said that. Okay, so I'll just add myself. Okay, I never put a quote of my own. And Futura says, lies, only see New York sour cream potato chips. I still have a bit of those here. Oh, stand by. Let me just pause 1 second. Everyone wants to say something. Yeah, so some crazy news here. Thanks, Tim, for the guests. And oh, Futura says, is that one the one you say war crimes? Who cares? It's not Geneva Convention, more like a Geneva recommendation. Am I right? I don't think that was it. I don't think I ever heard that one before, Futura, but the Geneva. No, I remember you saying that, but I think that was during the anti-Stasi or something. Geneva recommendation. Thanks, Raz. If we see another airfield, we'll do another touch and go. I think we're good to go of those touch and goes. Dispatch didn't seem to care that we did a touch and go. As long as we land with less than 200 feet per minute. There should be a negative sign there. I think they're missing a negative sign there. We should be fine. We have 95 pounds of beer. We're taking to Somerset, Kilo Sierra Mike, Quebec. I'm gonna get a bit lower there once we pass this big mountain, this big forested hills here. Just keep following that road too. Let's take a look at the map. The what? Upstairs next to the chair, I think. Yeah. I don't know if the plug is mine or if it's from the house or it's yours or what. I'm just totally confused about those plugs. It's like a square thing, but I don't know if the wire coming out of it. Yeah, okay. Like these little flares that show up sometimes. Later we're going to investigate why those numbers are black. And we're going to try to put our hearts on our wings and put a custom livery on this Cessna 152 again. Very pretty little airplane. See that little hook there? I think that's what they used to hook up banners and stuff. That one. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, you know why? It's because I have cargo, but for some reason they don't have a cargo space in this, even though, you know, I clearly see like a little cargo spot there. So the only way to get to the weight they want is to put weight on the co-pilot side, and that makes the Microsoft Flight Simulator think that we have a co-pilot with us, and that's why it shows up there. Yeah, it would be nice if they just modeled a crate of beer back there. I mean, we could do it. We could just like, that would be a bit of work, but we could see what Neofly is saying you're carrying. And we could do several liveries. And I think you can change, I don't know if you can do change the 3D model with the livery. I think you can't. But we could just draw some cans of beer on that back panel or something. and load that library whenever we're carrying beer. I think it would get a little unwieldy, but maybe. Yeah, maybe it's just a guy with a 95 pounds beer belly. You know, you definitely see those kinds of people around here, all over the world, really. You know, you walk into a pub and you've been learning Aikido, you learned Taekwondo, you learned karate, you spent years practicing your jiu-jitsu, and you know everything about, you know, hand-to-hand combat that there is to know. You did spend a lot of time of boxing with a good instructor. You know, even like had a few fights and you won, and then you walk into a pub, and there's a guy that instead of practicing all that, all he did while you were doing all that is he drank a gigantonormous quantity of beer. He has a 95-pound beer belly. That's what only his belly weighs. So you do a bunch of, you know, he's drunk, so he takes your beer and knocks it back and drinks it. You get mad, you want to fight, and you try one of your moves. You hit him as hard as you can with like some special, like Van Damme kick or Bruce Lee punch. The guy just like goes like this, and then he just takes you and throws you through a window, or like just hits you on the head, and you go through the floor. You know. Sounds like a true story. Thank you. Sumo fighters everywhere. He just sits on you, you know. He gives you a big hug. No, I'm not a fighter, Futura. I mean, I've seen some funny looking fights, you know. But generally, yeah, the huge guys will, you know, if they spend a lot of time drinking beer, they'll generally, it's like a tank in a video game, you know. They have so many hit points that you can do a bunch of moves, but it'll take more than that. I don't know why that comes to my head. Alright, we're gonna be pretty close to New York. We're going to ride over, what is that? 287 near Bridgewater. Keep going east, it'll be Newark. Can come into New York after see the Statue of Liberty, all that stuff. Maybe I'll try a landing next to where I used to live to show you. Let's do another touch. Oh, let me add Tim to the leader, to the scoreboard before I forget, and then we'll do another touch and go. Oh, I have to go get my holy ship. I have to go get my laptop. Hopefully the airplane won't dive and crash. I'm gonna run, and I'll be right back. Looks pretty stable right now. Just clicking. I believe you have added him to the scoreboard, Simon. No, not yet. Not his last win. Damn, standby. Little bit of turbulence here. She wants to keep going left. Hand flying. No autopilot in this thing. I think the next one we can afford it, we'll get a 172 maybe. Be right back, gonna run. Look at that, veering off, veering off. Veered all the way to the south. I got the goose, Futura. The one thing that I'm a little disappointed in the goose is there's no water touchdown sounds, but the developer got back to me. He says his day job is kicking his butt, but he does plan to, hopefully in the next update, add the water touchdown sounds, okay? No wonder you pay 1.2k insurance so weak. Was it 1.2k? 1.25, I think, even. $1,250 a week. Whoa. Yeah. All right, let's add Timmy Thumb. Let's get back on course first. Nice lighting there out there, out the window. Look at that. Beautiful. Screenshot. Do not open window above 143 knots. All right. Yeah, I have some sad news, people. I mentioned it yesterday for the first time in my No Man's Sky stream, but you know, like, I think there was just like many people who are I haven't confirmed it myself because I don't want to like dig, you know, but it looks like WoW Craze is gone. I think he passed away in May. I knew that there was something wrong with him. I didn't want to, you know, press for details, but it looks like he passed away in May, so I'm very sad about it. I've been very sad about it ever since I heard about it, and because, you know, I met the guy playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. We played Red Dead Redemption together a bit. We played Breakpoint. We played No Man's Sky once, I think. During the Paris-Dakar race I did that time, he was there 12 hours. He was hanging out. And so I never met him in person, but I'm very sad about that. And, you know, I still hope that it's not true, but from what we can see, we lost WoW Craze. So I do want to, I don't know, land in the airfield by his home at some point, do a bit of a stream dedicated to him. And yeah, I was thinking about him, and then I looked on his Discord, and someone there who knows a friend of his in real life mentioned that. And I mean, I still have his library that I for the BN2 that I have installed here for when he was flying with me. So yeah, make the most of every day. One day you're here, the next day you are gone. It's sad. I'm gonna do a moment of silence here, the music, just to think about WoW Craze for a second, for a minute. Very, yeah, soft-spoken, kind person, and I'm wishing, I think he was a very private person, but I'm wishing his family and whoever like was close to him the best. I know how hard it is, and because we had a death in the family in May as well. And yeah, I won't forget him. One of my first regular visitors here to the stream. A lot of nice flights together. Such is the river of life. Yeah, Futurus, same here. I hope he's resting in peace in a place, in another dimension where there's a lot of awesome games and no pain. All right, we're gonna bring the music back. Just a little thought about WoW Craze. And let me go back to adding Timmy Thumb. I wanted to... Yeah, I don't know how to give those news, you know, and it's not someone I knew in person, but I thought I should mention it on the stream. Alright, I'm gonna add Tim to the landing rate. His first. And 33rd win overall. He's in second place in overall wins, Timmy Thumb. This will be his first win in this season. There's the 29th. Jeez, July's almost gone. Yeah. They're not sure. All right. I think Tim should be there. Double check. Oh, I made a little mistake there and added something that shouldn't be there. Funny song. I like it. And Timmy Thumb should be on the scoreboard. And because of that, and in honor of Wild Craze, I forgot there's two more gifts that I can give here. So I'm gonna go ahead and gift Timmy Thumb a subscription to the channel. Actually, he has a subscription to the channel. So Tim, if you're there and you want a subscription to any other channel on Twitch, let me know what channel you would like and I'll gift it to you, alright? Not I'll gift it to someone else on the stream, to the channel here. Alright, not too far away. Let's see if we spot any airfields for another touch and go. There's one. Let's go down. Cutting power. Starting to get a little worried about fuel. We might have to stop. That's a nice thing about Neofly 4 is that you can just, you don't have to only go to the airfield of your mission. You can land elsewhere, refuel, stuff like that, you know. So maybe we put some more fuel here. But I think we'll have enough to get there. About a quarter of famous last words and all. Oh, copy that, Tim. I'll give this to someone after this touch and go. Danville, 8 November 8. I'm just gonna pick one. Let's go for 2-7. That seems to be the wind, the direction of the wind.
8 November 8, traffic HYPRTXTHRO, 13 miles south, 9,000 feet inbound touch, and go left traffic.
9,000 feet. I'm gonna have to descend a little bit. Maybe if I look a little bit further, there'll be another one that's more towards the area we're going. That's fine. Let's just do this one. I'm thinking about stopping for a refuel. How long do we have? About halfway, so we have another 80 nautical miles, or less than halfway. I think we should refuel here. Let's stop for a refuel. Oh, Futura like gifting a sub to Wild Craze. That is awesome. An applause for Futura. Thank you so much, Futura. That's such a kind gesture. All right. Yeah, his Twitch account's still there. His Discord's up. That's how I forgot. That's how I found out about it, you know. Thank you so much, Futura. Let's stop for a land. Let's stop for refuel here. Haven't done that before. Neofly early access. Let's go back. Announce full stop landing.
8 November 8, traffic HYPRTXTHERO 13 miles southeast, 7,800 feet inbound to land runway 27.
Okay, let's put our nose down. Let's watch our airspeed and let's try to descend a bit faster than we're going here. I don't know if this is what river this is. What turns into the Ohio River, maybe? Little pixelated at a distance. I was playing around with my... I didn't change anything, but I was looking at my graphics setting in Microsoft Flight Simulator yesterday because one thing I want to... It's a sort of a wish list for Asobo Studios is for a setting for level of detail, otherwise known as LOD, for airplanes, because I was practicing yesterday just off-stream flying and the lighting, and from an external view with the camera pointed at the airplane, you know, camera following the airplane, at a distance, the level of detail of the planes, it falls pretty sharply, and the plane sometimes only appears when like I want to be able to see it from much further out. But I looked at the settings and it doesn't seem to be a plane or object specific. Maybe there is and I missed it. Level of details. Oh, there's someone of an F-16 flying out there. Setting. So that like a plane specific level of detail setting would be nice. Separate from the landscape. Alright, here we go. A couple of twists. They're getting pretty low now. We're gonna do a full stop landing here. Feel free to get into the landing. If you type exclamation point landing without any space, all one word, to get more information about how to get into the landing guesstimator scoreboard here. If you are the closest to the correct guess, you will get a sub to this channel. Or if you already have a sub to this channel, a sub to the channel you like, or I can give or you can just ask me to give it a sub to someone else, to a random person, random follower here. I'll do that. Over. Here we go. This is a full stop landing. It's not going to be a touch and go. We're going to try to get nice and smooth. Let's throw the flaps all the way down. Zero to Hero Alec, the current leader of the summer 2022 landing guesstimator scoreboard. Second place in the spring 2022. Tim Pickle won that one. We have 95 pounds of beer here, or 95 pounds of beer belly, depending on what you would like to imagine. I like video games that let you use your imagination as well. And even Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, any video game can let you use your imagination, but some are more conducive to it than others. Oh, there's the windsock. I think we picked I think the direction seems to be correct. Only about a 5-knot wind from this distance. Here in rural Michigan, where I'm living now, I told Amber I want to buy a windsock. I'm gonna get a windsock, and I'm gonna put it in the garden. And then I want to get a way to show it to you on stream once in a while. Maybe it would be a redeemable. Show us the windsock, and we can see the wind speed at my current location, India Romeo Lima, in real life. Cross check flaps full down. I think I should put on the landing light. Should have remembered that a little before. I'm right at the runway, approaching the runway threshold. A little more power for more height. Landing power controls height, and pitch control airspeed. It's a little bit counterintuitive. What a bit of turbulence.
You greased that landing.
Oh, 0 to hero with the win. Minus 40, that was a pretty nice touch.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Let's go ahead and clear the runway. Fuel's gonna be more expensive here because it's a remote airfield. It doesn't even seem to be in the hangar. Let's be a little bit of a parking here. We'll just pretend that someone is bringing the fuel over. Stand by. Can I refuel the engine on? Do I have to turn it off? What happens if I turn it off? I think you have to turn the engine off to refuel, right? So let's turn it off and let's see what happens with Neofly.
Flight crew, be advised, the fragile cargo looks extremely delicate. We have secured it the best we can. Please taxi with caution.
All right, let's switch up to Neofly. An applause again to 0 to hero Alec. You already subscribed, so I'll give it to someone in the stream, and I'll give two, one from Tim and one from 0 to hero Alex. Thank you both for your generosity. Let me put fuel in this airplane. I think I can do that from Neofly. There it is, fuel. Click to add or remove fuel. If this airport doesn't deliver fuel, price will be 3 times more expensive. All right, so it's gonna be about $300. Let's just almost fill her up around there. 132 pounds. I'm gonna click. You have to click the little green thing. You're gonna pay. Oh, for 100. I guess it does deliver fuel. That's good. All right. And now, did I just say game over? That was funny. And now we can continue our mission. But before I take off, let me gift these 2 sub gifts to a random person on the stream. Stand by. I'll leave it with game capture on. And then I'm gonna add 0 to hero Alec to the next to the scoreboard. I'm not going to give it to a random, the first one. I'm going to give it to a very generous person here on the stream. I'm very happy to have met through this, through Twitch. Pichira, this comes from Timmy Thumb. Thank you. Even though it says from me. Thank you so much for hanging out and for being awesome. And who else is out here? Let's see. I think Zero to Hero Alec is subscribed. Let me just check though. What happens if I do that? You're welcome. Okay, I can't get, yeah, I can't give it to Zero to Hero Alex because he's already subscribed, so this is gonna be to a random one. Alright. Here we go, let's see. I know, I think you're already subscribed, so it won't let me gift it to you. Let me see if there's anyone else here that doesn't have one. Raz around, let's just give it to a random person. Here you go. All right, and that's the... These coming also from Wild Craze, because when Wild Craze won the last time he won here, he didn't want a prize. He said give it to the stream. So I gave out, I think, about 12 sub gifts, which was the equivalent of his prize. So it's Domit! Awesome! An applause for the Twitch, for the stars and the gods and the cosmos for picking Dom. It's my I don't know if it's second cousin, my relative in the UK. Family over there had gone through some tough times recently as well, so much deserved. I hope I can play Dungeons and Dragons in person with Dom one day. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons in my life. I've played Magic the Gathering, but I would love to try it at some point. Maybe we have to organize something of Mort. Alright. Okay, and next thing I have to do is add Alec to the scoreboard here. One more point for the current leader. 25 points overall, all-time score, and 13 points, well ahead of second place Kerr WT, third place Tim Pickle in the landing estimator scoreboard for summer 2022. This is why I wanted to put the camera down a bit. It's like then you just see by the top of my head sometimes. Maybe I really have to try that thing that you put it like here, you know, the open track. I'm gonna try that out. See how it compares. All right, let's take off and continue. I like the Neofly 4 lets you stop and refuel and doesn't give you a mission failed. It's really nice. You can just keep playing at your own pace. Let's double check if the yep, fuel quantity is correct. Mixture forward. Prime a little bit. Vasconcelos. Clear prop.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
You have to put on the taxi lights too. Laps up. The Aruko squad. It's called Aruco, right? Open track Aruco. We're getting a little bump. Look at these bumps here. It doesn't show me a taxi airspeed. I assume I'm taxiing at less than 40 knots here. I mean, does the airspeed here work when you're on the ground? Should do, right? Cool, and it supports this, right? You can turn like this, and are there curves so that when you move just a little bit, nothing happens, and when you move more, it goes faster? Because I like to be able to... I mean, I see you guys play with it. It looks good. And can you pick your code, or does it have to be whatever it gives you? I guess you can pick, right? Can you write something on it, or does that throw it off? I love that dust. You pick your number. All right, cool.
November 8, traffic HYPRTXTHERO 1 taking off runway 27 departure to the east.
Let's leave a touch of flaps. Let's just go. Oh wait. Let's stop. Do it properly. Put on parking brake. We'll turn off the taxi lights. Turn off the landing lights. No, you keep the landing lights on for takeoff? I'm not sure about. Full power. Parking brake off. And let's continue on our way over towards New York City. Rotate. Goodbye, 8 November 8.
Dispatch. Fly safe and remember to watch your landing.
Positive rate, flaps up. And we're gonna head to the east. Very gentle. I don't know what's that in the bank indicator, the turn coordinator. What's that marking over there? Looks about 20 degrees maybe. About 20 degrees. It just says you can pick, yeah, but you're going to need an extra webcam though. Yeah, writing something on it may skew the tracking. It would be cool if you can put your heart symbol up there. Not only my heart symbol, no, I just stole that from Milton Glaser, just from the world, you know, but I like the heart symbol. We need more love in the world, less hate. Can't I just use my regular webcam that I'm using to show myself here? I can't use the same one. It has to have it has to be a custom webcam only for that. Okay, let's go back to display capture so we can see Neofly. Nanok 907. Let's just wait a little bit. Something is going on. But we have to wait a little bit because sometimes I just learned ads can come up on the stream when people arrive from raids. So if you talk and say welcome when the ads are there, they don't see you saying welcome, and they just might never see you saying welcome at all. Or maybe it's not a raid, maybe it's a host. You just wait about 30 seconds apparently. Nanok, if you're listening, whoever is over at Nanok 907, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. I'm call myself HyperTextHero. You can call me Text or whatever you want. I play a hero on video games. You're here? Alright. Thank you so much for the raid. And last play Microsoft Flight Simulator, awesome. I really love this game. I'm playing Neofly 4 early access. I play flight simulators and open world games, although I've been playing video games for a long time. I like all sorts of video games, all the way from platformers to role-playing games to my favorites, which are flight sims. Hope you're having a good day. And welcome. I'm currently flying Neofly 4 early access. Doing RNAV flights, cool. What's RNAV? Radio navigation, is that it? Okay, we're right on the line here. I'm just doing VFR, Visual Flight Rules flights. I'm currently heading about 120, flying from Michigan. Like a few weeks ago we started in Michigan, or some days, I don't know, probably a couple of weeks. Heading to New York City, doing missions along the way. We're currently transporting 95 pounds of beer to Somerset, Kilo Sierra Mike, Quebec. We just took off from 8 November 8 here in central Pennsylvania. Should cross over to New Jersey on the way. And Nanak 907 says, yeah, practically RNAV is ILS and small aircraft. Cool. I think the Cessna 152 has one, right? Is this? I think this is an ILS right here. Is this the RNAV things? There you go, nav. I'm not sure if this is the same thing. I don't have experience doing all that. I only have experience of ILS and the F-16, Falcon 3.0, 4.0, etc. You need a GPS for it. Copy that. Okay, yeah. So none on the 172. We probably have it, but not on 152. To run the procedures, copy that. Very pretty little airplane. And run waypoints, nice. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna learn instrument flight rules. Eventually we'll get there. I do want to get all the achievements in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Steam achievements page eventually. It's probably gonna take a long time, but there's some long flights there that I thought I should have gotten it, but I think it means like in a single flight you can't touch the ground at all, so I would have in a propeller aircraft like more than 8 hours or 800 miles, I forget. So I would need a propeller aircraft at longer range than the ones I've been flying. All right. Yeah, you can. That's the awesome thing about that, right? You can in instrument flight rules. You can. Whoa! Hello, Kerr. You can instrument flight rules. You can take off with zero visibility and just and land somewhere else with zero visibility. Amazing. By following the instruments, and even before computers, people could do that with just instruments. Amazing. Like one of the most famous flights from that era is Lindbergh. Was it Lindbergh who flew across the Atlantic? I think from New York to, was it Southampton or Paris? I forget. In a plane with no windscreen. Like they basically put like, there was no the Spirit of St. Louis, I think it was called. No windshield. You couldn't see outside. You had to only use this stuff. You had to fly like this. Crazy. You know, I like to see the beauty out there. That's my favorite type of flying. But I do appreciate the wonderfulness of being able to fly with only instruments. Like you're not flying submarine. Kerr, and lost connection immediately. Kerr on the beach in Sardinia, I believe. Man, have some pecorino for me and some nice white Frisantino white wine. And only if the airports have RNAV capability and radio navigation capabilities. Copy that. Yeah, you can use real ones, right? That's the awesome thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2. You can use real charts. You can go into to like a flight vector or something. And I learned how to do it from For to Learn to Fly stream You go to Flight Vector, you plot your route, and you can actually go to the... download a PDF of the flight procedures for the particular airfield. Excuse me. Follow that. One day here in the stream, I want to... in my stream, I want to do a... instrument flight, talking to real people with VAT sim, stuff like that. Oh, come on. What's going on here? I'm lost my... oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Ciao. Whew. Dangerous to switch to drone view without seeing where you are. That was almost it, people. We veered all the way south, too. Let's get back on course here. Kurt says that tonight I'm having local tuna. This island where I am is famous for very fine tuna production. Nice. Where can you... do you want to share the name of the island? Obviously, only if you feel comfortable doing that. Or is it the big island? Or is it a small island near the big island? I just woke up from a nap, then I'll be back on my kayak. Sounds terrible, Kerr. Don't you wish you were like behind a computer or sitting at a desk in an office somewhere looking at documents? Manik says on the long final you just need to hit the APR approach button and to catch the... it'll catch the glide slope automatically on autopilot as long as you're not speeding. Can you do that in this Cessna? You do need a GPS, because I know that this thing has this thing here. Alright, see there's V-lock, there's GPS, there's nav, so maybe this does have it. And you have like 4 radios here. See, there's 2 navigation radios right there. And you have the 2 communication radios. And I think there's some little lights that turn on. I think it's these here. The marker beacons. I think these are involved with what you're talking about. It's all analog. Alright, sure. Isola di San Pietro. Nice, Kerr. I'll check it out eventually. Maybe we'll do a landing there. Right now we're in Real Fly. We're in approaching New Jersey. We're in eastern Pennsylvania. Taking 95 pounds of beer to Somerset, Kilo Sierra Mike, Quebec, an airfield in New Jersey. Just some miles southwest of Newark. I'll give you coordinates if you want to fly over. Yeah, not in this stream probably, Kerr, because what time is it? Oh, maybe later, but in this stream I'm doing Neofly, so... another stream it'll have to be. And Futura says, oh, can we drop some of the beer to Isola di San Pietro, HyperTextHero? Maybe we could do that. Maybe after this Neofly we could fly over there quickly and see where Kerr is. That could be fun, right? Can bring some beer there. Nanak says, those are all old school, something different but good to learn if new equipment don't work. Hey, you know what, Nanak? I prefer these old school instruments when I'm flying flight simulators, because I find unless I'm flying a modern jet with missiles and stuff, I just find these more fun to use. You know, I like all the dials that they move and all the detail and then that. Like I like analog watches better than digital Casios and Apple watches and stuff. It's just you know, I spend a lot of time with computers, user interfaces. You know, it's part of my job, so I like analog a lot. And where I moved to here in Michigan, there is a record player here. Maybe eventually on the stream we'll be able to play records too. Anything with GPS will work. Cool. All right. Yeah, it says GPS here. I don't know if that means that there is some sort of GPS in the CDI here. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I'm just going visual flight rules here. I'm following, pretending that I have a little GPS, portable GPS thing in the computer, inside the airplane here of Neofly. And we're headed to that airfield. Just following some highways, some east-west highways here in the United States. Which is what, you know, pilots used to do with the Mayo and stuff. You follow the road. It's still to this day, you can, that's a valid form of navigation. If it's clear, there's not a, there's some weather coming out there. You can see some weather. You know, potentially it won't be clear all the way to the airfield. Look at that. It looks like could run into some rain out there. We flew the 152 for only 14 hours. I really like the 152. I've flown it a lot because I did races organized by another streamer that were like 12 hours long sometimes. So I flew from Perth to Sydney. I flew from Paris to Dakar. And did I do one? No, I think those are the two I did. Maybe one other. No, I couldn't make the other two, I think. New York to San Francisco I couldn't make. To LA I couldn't make. And there was another one that I'm forgetting. Oh no, I did half of the... no, I did the whole thing. I did the Canada, the Montreal, or I forget where it was. It wasn't Montreal, but it was Eastern Canada all the way to the west. Thank you for your guest, Kerr. Kerr says, I can arrange for a HyperTextHero signal like the Batman one. Awesome. Alright, Isola di San Pietro off Sardinia, right, Kerr? After this landing, it's gonna be a little while, but after this landing, we'll get off Neofly and we'll just fly, we'll just get over there. Or maybe we could even get our, I don't know how much that would cost to transport our plane and our pilot over there. The price of fuel is expensive these days. There's Goat Friend, the Goat Man, DTV2 Mads, Hi So Cool, Aaron, Bert, Jason, JMP, some fellow flyers. They lost Weevil, Devanos something or other, KZMD, Monkey Stink, Canadian 001, Corrado Guy, Bilto, Matman, all flying out there, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Also CB, Kraken-san, Shalong, X-Visual, Born something or other, Orange Plane, and Tweedy Rapes, lovely, yes. Cracker, San, go. Your holiday can wait, nice. You can load the nav1 to the airport VOR, you're going to hit DME, that another good tip. Well, okay, so, but I would need like a GMS 930 or something for that, right? Or 530? Or can I do this here and hit DME? Like one of these nav radios I tune to the frequency of the whatever the VOR stands for, I forget. Orientation, I forget. Can do it here, cool. Okay, so nav1, I can load it to the airport VOR. Okay, let's try it. Let's look up. There you go. The airport I'm going to is Somerset. Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec. That's the airport I'm going to. So if you can give me the frequency for that, I'll load it up here. And then I hit DME. I hit this thing. All right, we could look it up on the internet too. Let's try real quick. I'm gonna let me just lock my track IR so I don't crash. So basically we're going to go to this website called Flight Vector. I think that's what it was called. Flight Vector. Sky Vector, not Flight Vector. And then over here we're gonna put too small, Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec. Okay, so there's no VOR near that, huh? Is there one nearby it maybe? Move this over to the side so I keep an eye on my airspeed and orientation and vertical orientation, horizontal orientation, flight attitude orientation indicator. I always forget the name of these things. It only goes in the airports that are larger. 1112.9 is one nearby. Okay. Is that Newark Liberty? We could just point towards Newark. Okay, let's try 112.9. Which one is that? Look at all these charts. It's pretty awesome. This is what, you know, you can geek out with. You can use real life charts for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Soldberg VOR DME 112.910 West. Okay, so Soldberg VOR. Okay, that's 10W is the airfield. Let's put that in. 10W. Go. Oh, here it is. Solberg, right there. It's right next to Somerville. All right, so this thing here. 112.9. All right. All right, so let's try that. 112.9. Stand by. Nav radio 1, right? Standby is there, so if I move this thing, it'll be the standby. 112.9, there you go. And now I click on that. And now I hit DME, you're saying, right? DME beacon receiver audio. Is that what I did? And hit that? Something happened over there. Alright, so now what do I do now? Do I have to line up this stuff that make the cross line up there? Let's take a quick alt tab. Okay. Oh, we have to line up. Yeah, we're off course there. Look, we're gonna get back into this magenta, this blue line here. Okay. All right. Let's try to point towards that place. I think it's a bit north of that one. Wish I could resize the Neofly window easily. You can't do that, unfortunately. Do I have to press anything else? Or was that it? One is for direction, the other is for attitude. These are the same, right? One is a backup. Because I feel like I'm pointing to it right now. But here it says nav. It doesn't say should it say VLOC or GPS? No, okay, so one of these one is for direction and one is for attitude. These two here you're saying? They're different. Okay. Yeah, I should learn all this. Oh, do I have to press nav 1 maybe? Okay, nav 1 is pressed now. DME is pressed. Pretty tough to learn, yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get there. How do I switch the nav to VLOC and GPS there? What button do I press for that? There's the ADF. Oh, only when you get close do you see a line up. Okay, so there's a limited range. Okay. Okay, it's hard to align. That's why I love the new instruments. Less work. Copy that. Understood. We'll do another touch and go if we see another airfield nearby here. Maybe even do a touch and go on the road. Hey, Matt! Rotate the OBS knob to the flag shows 2 and the vertical line is centered, then fly the course indicated. Okay, rotate the OBS knob. Matt for the rescue here. Just make sure that I want to keep my eyes on the rest of what's going on in the cockpit too. Let me hydrate a bit before I do that. Thank you, Matt, coming in. Thank you, Nanak, for the raid. Sorry, I missed that message earlier, Matt. Okay, so rotate the OBS knob to the flag shows 2 and the vertical line is centered. Okay. Oh, look at that. It changed to 2. That's so cool. Look at that. An applause to Matt and to Nanok. 2. And then until the vertical line is centered. Oh, there you go. There you go. And I have to do it the same for the thing on the bottom, or is that for the... The little triangle symbol needs to point up. Got it, yeah. Now fly 170 degrees or so, keeping the line centered. Copy that. Is this for the other navigation radio, or is this the second one here? Do I have to worry about this one? I was at 120 on the other one. Ignore the nav2 display. Okay, so nav2 is just a backup. Okay, I'll just leave it at the same distance though. Okay, so now I'll fly 117 degrees or so. Let's do that. Take a quick look at Neofly. Yep. Yeah, you can see like by flying that vertical line there is gonna move to the center probably. So the line is drifting to the left, so you need to turn left a little to the centers again. Copy that. Getting towards, that's 120. We're getting towards 117. Oh, there's an airfield there. Could do a touch and go there. Looks like a big one. Yeah, this is not going to, this is going to an airfield near the one we're going to, because the one we're going to is too small to have the VOR, okay? So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's do a touch and go there. This is to Somberg. Yeah, this is not to where we're going. We're going to Somerset. This is Somberg, because Somerset doesn't have the radio navigation. Cool. Thank you so much again, Matt and Nanok. Let me give you a couple of shout outs here. Matt, an old friend of the stream here. We've flown a lot together a lot. And Nanok coming in with a raid today. Learning radio navigation in Microsoft Flight Simulator. What is this airfield? East Penn. Hey Nora! This kid's soft and I had a nice therapeutic cry. That's good, Nora. It's good to cry once in a while. I felt like crying when I heard about Wild Craze as well. I don't know if it's the same reason, but... Alex says it's fun once you get the hang of it, it's all you want to do. Nice. It's especially in crap weather. This will be a lifesaver, man. I mean, and we might run into some. Look at that. Look at that weather out there. Look at some rain clouds over there. Beautiful. Trying to figure out what airfield this is. It's past the river. Well, this Somerville's not far. I think we're off course, but you know, we're just really wish I could increase the size of the Neofly window. Yeah, Kerr, I heard that I mentioned earlier in the stream that one of my, you know, one of the people that I spend a lot of time flying with here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, one of, you know, my first regular viewers in the stream, or close to one of the first, Wow Craze, the passed away in May. He's gone, man. So very sad news. I went to his Discord. I hadn't heard him for a while. I knew that there was something wrong with him, with his health. And I went there, and someone who knows a friend of his in real life mentioned that he's gone. We lost Wild Craze. Yeah, it's, you know. Yeah, I miss him. He was with me like for a 12-hour flight that time. We flew together in Paris to Dakar. So I never met him in real life, you know, but I landed at the airfield near his home in Norway, and we played a lot of different video games. We played Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Red Dead Redemption with Elias once. We played a bit of No Man's Sky once, but a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think even Elite he dropped in once. And oh, look at that! That's lighting up. We're on the beacon for something. Cool. For me to shut that up, do I click their audio? Yeah, me. That's for Solmberg, copy that. Yeah, it's very sad. I mean, he had mentioned, you know, I didn't ask because if he didn't want to talk about it, I didn't want to push, you know, but... Yeah. DME, okay. Yeah, that's what I... Right, I'm gonna do a touch and go here. There's gonna be a touch and go. I don't know what airfield this is, but we're pretty close to it, so let's just see. Dieters, probably. No, that looks like a controlled airfield. Lane Valley International, maybe that's what that is. Let's try that.
Tower HYPRTXTHR01 is 5 miles northwest of 3,000 feet with uniform...
Only instruments? No way, dude. I like to look out the window. Only if I have no choice, huh? Alright, get in the guesstimator if you want, people. Is this thing below me annoying? I can turn it off, huh?
Make left downwind runway 24 HyperTextHero 1.
Okay, so we're gonna have to turn runway 24. Okay, they're gonna want me to left downwind on runway 24. Okay, so left side of the runway is gonna be this way. Let's enter it on the base here. Should be very accurate. No, I'm sure that it's accurate, Nanak. I like to look out the window if there is something to see. If there was nowhere to see, nothing to see, then I would totally do it on the instruments. Because I have no choice, you know, but I enjoy messing with that. I want to learn all that stuff, but I'm a visual, you know, I'm a visual guy. Over. Hey, Mort! People are saying you should recommend a plane, a jet, Cold War jet for me to fly more. I'm just thinking of the A4 because more servers are using it. And I'm doing alright, man. Slowly getting set up here with the stream. 9, so 2-4 is gonna be there, I think. Wait. Yeah. You're stuck in the Cessna 414. Yeah, totally. For fun and free. I love the MiG-21. Don't listen to Alex moans about the flight model. Really, Alex doesn't like the flight model of the MiG-21. All right, get on the guesstimator if you like. This is gonna be a touch and go, and then we're gonna keep going to Somerset. Currently, Neofly 4 early access. We are a way still, about 1/3 of the ways towards Somerset in New Jersey. You need a more. It's guess now. Sorry, it's changed now. Now it's guess. Predict shows the predictions. You have to. It's guess instead of predict now. I apologize for that.
For touch and go runway 24 HyperTextHero 1.
Alex says he sounds like you like to hear again. I think he's referring to comments about the MiG-21. And that's your favorite prop plane, Cessna 414? I've never flown that. Is that a... That's a third-party developer one? Nanak? Thanks, Mort. I mean, A-10 is also Cold War plane. It's amazing. I do like the A-10. Can I fly the A-10A feature? Does it have to be the C? Because I have the A. I have a Flaming Cliffs. Okay, this is going to be a touch and go. I'm just going to put a touch of flaps. Turn on the landing lights. Anyway, copy that. I'll look it up. Mort says I just got back from a meeting and an Aussie Twitch friend in town. She and her friend were traveling through the area. Awesome. There's another streamer. That is awesome. And where you are? In England? $40, but it's fast and fun. Reminds me of high-powered Navajo. Nice, so it's a twin, huh? I've been looking. I just got a Goose. I got the Payware Goose. And I have a BN2 Islander. That BN2 is one of my favorite planes. I fly it a lot. I'm working on this Neofly career. I started from the beginning with the early access at Neofly 4. I'm gonna eventually get a BN2. Stearman. The Goose as well. Just says it doesn't have to be the C. More and more service feature in the A. Yeah, because the A it doesn't have to be clickable. I'm more likely to fly the A anyway because less clicking. You know. Here we go, people. Get in there if you haven't guessed. If you have guessed, good luck. And try to make it smooth as a touch and go. We're not gonna stop here. And keep it nice and smooth for that beer.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking so we can check the
And
cargo
Kerr with the win. Kerr getting closer to 0 to hero.
Contact ground.
In second place. Flaps up, positive rate.
Nice takeoff, pilot. Have a safe, steady flight.
For glide slope, you can use the Vazi lights. Yeah, I know about those, right? Red above red, you're dead. White, something too high, I forget now, but I do remember them. I could have used those. Those are cool. I like all this stuff that you can. There's all this stuff you can. That's simulated. That's amazing. It's not just the the graphics and the sound and the lovely animation, but there's all these instruments, all these radios. A golden era of flight simulators we're living in, people. Let's keep going. Try to get to Somerset before midday here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of ground effect, huh? That she didn't want to go down. She wanted to keep flying. If it's all green, you're way too low because it's filtering through the grass. Ground effect is awesome. I love ground effect. I like seeing ground effect on when birds fly over the ocean, really low. They know all about ground effect. Go all the way to the left, but this DME radio navigation here. What does DME stands for again? Direction. I'm good.
Clear touch and go runway 24 HyperTextHero 1. Allentown Tower HYP.
The 52 is really nicely modern. This feels about right compared to Rio for me. No, it's because you've flown in real ones, right? More. That's awesome. And save fuel when you're hauling. Let's Nanook is right here. Let's get the mixture leaned out a bit. On the BN2, I remember where to look to see where you would start losing power. In the Cessna, I don't remember if there's like a is it a suction maybe that you look at this thing here? You lean her until it drops, maybe. There. I mean, I'm not too worried about the fuel. I guess we should worry because we only have like $10,000 in this Neofly career. But we are I think second off, the first pilot officer or second officer, I forget. We did make some progress of our experience points. The nice thing about Neofly 4 is that everything you do, just flying, gives you experience points. You don't have to necessarily even complete missions. And I'll add your point a bit, Kerr. 1-2 boss. Distance measuring equipment, that's DME, awesome. Okay, so DME, distance measuring equipment, and suction is for your instruments, vacuum driven. Okay, so that's just for instruments, huh, the suction. So, I guess you just have to listen to, when you're leaning on the 152, you just listen for the engine when you hear it, like, the power reduced, then you push her up a little bit. Is that about right? You only lean out if you're above 500, 5,000. Okay. So let's not lean out. I'm staying low here. Because I'm at 2,000. I like to stay low to see the scenery. We're about what, 20? There's a scale here, which is nice. Let's see, 10 miles, about 30 miles from our destination. Okay. Let's add Kerr to the. Let's add another point for Kerr before I forget. Oh, wrong button. Lovely how the light changes in this game. This simulator. Trimmer. There. Less air, more fuel, start flooding itself. Less air, less fuel, still high performance engine. Less air, more fuel will start flooding itself, the performance will lower. Copy that. I do plan to eventually, one of my life goals is to have a pilot's license. I'm not going to be able to fly much because it's expensive, but just to attain a pilot's license. That goal is going to be more amenable now that we left the big city. We live in a rural area. I keep seeing all these little airplanes fly right above here, including crop dusters, one of which I'm going to get from Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Embraer Ipanema, I think it's called. Here comes your point, Kerr. And it's exciting to live in a place where a bunch of little low-flying airplanes. I'm going to put a video on the Instagram later today of one of these little crop dusters flying around here. Kerr tied for all-time score with Timmy Thumb with 33 and in second place of 8 wins in the guesstimator, landing guesstimator. Nanok907 says the same, I guess lifetime goal. The flight school I was in closed, went bankrupt. Yeah, was that recently? Due to like price of fuel and the pandemic and stuff, maybe a bunch of other stuff. I know there's also a cheaper ways, I think they're called recreational aircraft, ultralights. Yeah, they did a good job of the 150. I mean, I've never flown in a 152 in real life, but the texturing and just the sounds is really nice. So I really like the 152 in this. My one criticism is the skin, the paint for the airplane. You can't put something in one wing and not have something different on the other wing, because for some reason they did it in a way that if you put something on one wing, it just reflects it on the other wing. And I would love to be able to put a total custom paint job that it wouldn't have different things on each wing. That's my only real criticism of this 152. I mean, there's some inoperative stuff here, but I'm not, you know, I've never flown one in real life, so I don't know. But you're glad it closed. It was back in 2014, 2015. Planes were crap and dangerous. Oh dear, can I ask where that was? You don't have to answer, obviously, but... Dear. We have Somerset already. Not yet. Oh. It's annoying. It feels a bit big in VR, but other than that, it's really nice. I'm a big guy in this tiny airplane. Bethel, Alaska. All right. I'll look that up. That's sounds remote. I'd love to go to Alaska one day. Refer to Piper Tomahawk, aka Terror Hawk. Why is it called the? What made that become its AKA? Is it kind of scary to fly it? And I want to update also that. Nora, wait. Raz says back with lunch. Where are we flying? We're heading to, stand by. Somerset, stand by. Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec. Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec. I should put on the Sim2 Kit Pro thing again, but then I would have to set up a flight there every time. I'll put it right here. A little rough, but that's fine. We got back to the chat in 1 second. We're pretty close. We're getting close, people. We're 10 nautical miles away. Okay. Nora says, I found out about a school that does glider pilot training and certification, and it's actually affordable, so I'll probably go for it in a couple of years. That is awesome, though. Yeah, I want to... I've flown in a glider before. It was a birthday present from my uncle and my aunt, and I cherished that flight because it was just an amazing experience. How much you can hear, like doors closing, church bells ringing while you're flying above it. It's really quiet. You hear the wind, but it's so nice without the sound of the engine. Mort says some people say they're scary. There's some pretty scary video of people spinning them. Alright, Terror Hawk, huh? Look that up. Hyper Terror Hawk. And Nanak says, nothing special, lived here all my life, only lived elsewhere when I was living the army life. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been a stone doomed to rolling, as they say in Lord of the Rings. But I appreciate living in one place as well. It's because of being a stone doomed to rolling. Maybe I'll come to Aruba, Raz, and you get me my private pilot's license. How expensive it is over there. I'll pay you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Nanak says, I still get surprised because people still live differently than I did, and the way they do things is interesting. That's the awesome thing about the internet, and I think Twitch I've liked very much because, you know, you get to meet people from all around the world. We have Raz Wasabi in Aruba here, Ichira Lart in Indonesia, Nora somewhere, I think, in Europe, Mort in the UK, I'm here in Michigan, Her is in Italy. Yeah, about 10-15 minutes, man. Okay. Don't have lunch. Cool. Oh yeah, 10-15 minutes, I'm almost there. There's a pink one? I saw it somewhere, I don't know where. The cooler part of Europe, yeah, copy, Nora. And Nora says, I don't qualify for diesel chugging powered planes, but gliders have surprisingly no pre-gauge except for health checks. Interesting, okay. Gliders are great fun, yeah. And what I teach at the flight school, Raz says, very basic, I don't have my trainer license yet. Okay. We got this here though. Copy that, Raz, keep us updated. And Kerr with the guess. HyperTextHero, if you go to Aruba, I'm coming to. Copy, Kerr. I do want to go to the Caribbean to visit where my dad lived for 2 years before he met my mom, St. Lucia. I want to go visit there, and then maybe I can do a tour of the Caribbean. I mean, I'd have to fund it somehow, but I don't know how expensive it is to... Not far, you know, but once you're there, I don't know if it's expensive. Alright, go to Fort Lauderdale, use my dad's plane, it'll be cheaper for you. Your dad has a plane, Raz? Holy moly, man. That is awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. I was thinking about doing an intensive thing, you know, do it in a month or less even. I'll probably end up doing it here in Michigan. Oh, missed this landing, gotta get some rest. Thanks again, Nanak. Another shout out for Nanak. Please go give him a follow. Very nice raid today, coming in here, telling us a little bit about radio navigation. Been up all night, 7:50 a.m. The old lady will give me hell if I sleep in. Copy, Nanak. Awesome, Raz. I'll let you know if I ever head down there. I think the closest I'll be in the near future will be Florida. I have some friends who are meant to visit there, but almost at Somerset will be one more landing. S3, he rents them. That's awesome, Raz. Really cool to hear that. I'd love to hear more about that. That's cool. Thank you so much, Nanak. You have a wonderful day and wonderful evening. 1 twin engine and 2 single. Nice. Alright. Somerset. Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec. Let's I don't think there's a tower there. There we are. Let's see the automated weather.
Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec, automated weather observation 1500 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
Wind's calm. Alright, don't have to worry. We can do whatever we want.
600 feet, ceiling 14,100 feet.
All right, I guess we'll just take 120. Go straight in.
Kilo Sierra Mike Quebec traffic HYPRT XTHERO 17 miles west, 3,000 feet inbound to land runway 12.
So there's this highway, US Highway 22 we're about to cross. And then there's this 78 is going to be between 22 and 78 by Pluckerham. So we'll just keep an eye on around there, the airfield. I think that's it right there. Yeah, I think I see it right there in the center of the screen. This will be the last landing for this morning's stream because I think it's almost midday here, almost lunchtime. And then this afternoon I have to help out with some things. It'll probably have a stream tonight. Maybe Armor Reforger, or maybe more flight sim stuff. Either IR2, DCS, maybe some Balsa Flight Simulator. We'll see. Thanks for your guest, Mort. Thank you, Futura. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for your lovely gift. Very kind-hearted gift to Wild Craze, who unfortunately is gone, passed away in May. Futura, have a wonderful, wonderful evening there, man. And I hope to see you again soon at your stream, all right, or here, or someone else's here. Nice community. I'm very, very happy to have met you all in this, and very happy to have you visit. And always lovely to visit your streams when I can. Sampai ketemu lagi, Futura Light. I think that's an Indonesian from Kerr. Quanto a te, signore. Entretanto. Oh, lost the airfield. Where is it? I had it. I lost it. There it is. Okay, it's the right side of that highway. There's a field, and then there's big buildings next to it, just so that we don't lose it again. Just good to dial that into our brains. All right, let's put the flaps all the way down for this one. And then we'll trim her nose down attitude. There is a light there blinking, waiting for us. The beer is coming. We have to land with less than 200 feet per minute vertical speed in order to get the bonus, or I think in order to complete the mission, because if you land harder than that, the beer will break. As some craft beer from Pennsylvania. People here in New Jersey will be, hey Donnie, what the heck? You know, I asked you for some beers, it's all broken. But let's talk about the Mets. See you in Manhattan. Over. Feliz a tarde. Boa tarde. Somerset, here we come. Somerset is also south of England. There's Dorset, there's Somerset. A lot of the names in the eastern United States here come from the UK. Including York. New York. Give her a bit more of a forward slip here, a little left rudder. Compensate with the right aileron. Not a very long runway, so let's forward slip a bit more.
Transporter from dispatch.
And curve another one getting closer to. That was the best landing of the stream, 37.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
I think I'd forgotten the landing light on the whole time. You know, we use a bit too much battery, but. Nice, I have a PT-17 Stearman here. I want to get that. I have that plane. I want to get in this Neofly career. Let's park right by the Stearman right here.
Okay, pilot. Removing the fragile goods may take a little longer than normal. Stand by. Transporter from dispatch. The cargo was picked up by the customer. Your mission is completed.
One bus mission complete.
Let's go.
Taking out the empties. Kerr, one more point for you. If there's any suggestions on someone to stream, let me know. Butter landing here, 37 feet per minute. We're getting pretty used to this Cessna 152 here. I like this little airplane a lot. We should paint the hearts on the wings again. Maybe that'll be tonight's stream. We'll see what happens. Wishing you all a lovely day. Thank you, Matt, for coming in and helping us with that DME navigation there, directional instruments. And Mort75, Raz Wasabi, Kerr. Let me add you one more point before I forget here. Where is Kerr? Where is Kerr? Now in second place overall. And in second place in the summer 2022 landing guesstimator. Grazie. Thank you, Raz Wasabi. Ciao, ciao, Kerr. I have to stop now, but maybe on the next stream, one of the next Microsoft Flight Simulator streams, we can come to San Pietro off Sardinia to see where Kerr finds himself in real life. India Romeo Lima. Zero to Hero Alec, thanks for dropping by. Futura Light, Mort, Nanok, 907. We had Timmy Thumb earlier, Ekel, Nora, etc., etc. Anyone I'm missing here? I'm scrolling up. Anybody lurking as well, I appreciate very much. And let's see if there's any one playing Microsoft Flight Simulator who we know or who we don't know for us to raid. Nice. Let's see. Whoa. Did you ever raid this person? Scottish Australia. We have not. Sounds like it could be fun. An Aussie. Whoa. An Aussie living in Scotland. Let's check this one out. Raz says, I'll keep an eye out for when you do GTA and when people joining you. Alright, maybe tonight, Raz. Let's see what happens. But if I know when it'll be, I'll message you, because I do want to get back to a regular schedule here with scheduled games on particular days, so people have a bit of a notification, you know, a little bit of heads up time. And then we're gonna do some GTA Laugh Attack now that we can play in lobbies with only our friends without hackers and stuff. Alright, let's go say hi to Nicholas Dipples, a Scotsman, now Aussie living in Scotland. He's flying some planes while looking at some other stuff. It looks like he plays PUBG as well. And let's go say hi. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Radio now. Peace out.
Avatar. Pretty Woman, I think.